A quarter of a century. Welcome to episode 25 of Dragons Are Real. Back on the 5th of February 2019, I did my first podcast of Dragons Are Real. Who would have thought, months later, I would be doing my 25th episode. But here we are, episode 25, and to celebrate a quarter of a century, I'm going to do some call-ins.
Hey Pete, Jason here. Just heard your last podcast. Thank you for sharing those rules. That's awesome. I enjoyed hearing the summaries of your games, and I look forward to joining you in a game, hopefully Barrow-Maze, here in the future. Take it easy.
And that was from Jason. It's a pleasure to supply the rules to you, and I hope you find them useful. Jason was supposed to join us in the Barrow-Maze Sunday just gone, but unfortunately, due to technical issues, he couldn't really join us. And it wasn't until nearly the end of the 4-hour session that he managed to get the technology to work. So look forward to you joining us next week, Jason. See you soon.
Hey Pete, it's Liren. I just wanted to give you a heads up that the Jeff in the Stay Frosty game was not Evil Jeff. It was Jeff from Tome of All Dooms, and he goes by Forlorn One on Audio Dungeon. I heard that you guys had a great time. I heard him laughing a lot, and it seemed like a lot of fun. Too crunchy for me. I'm kind of a crunchy wimp. And I had to do domestic chores, but I'm glad that you guys had a good time. I played in TJ's game in the wee hours of the morning our time, from 1 to 4 a.m. in our time zone, and had a wonderful time. And then that night we had a game that Jeff runs. So I had a lot of gaming even though I missed that one. Anyway, just wanted to let you know.
Whoops, sorry about that, Jeff, and sorry about that, Liren. I stand corrected. Jeff was Forlorn One. I'm glad you managed to get involved with Procrasticon as well. But yeah, I couldn't game with you, but the whole weekend seems like it was a big hit. So let's hope it happens again sometime, and maybe better hours to suit some of us.
Hey Pete, Liren again. Oh my gosh, your Fun and Fear game sounds like so much fun. I played Tales from the Loop at the con I went to with my husband. He actually ran it, and we had a great time with that. I don't know if you've ever actually played that game, but it was a lot of fun. But your game sounds awesome too. I'm looking forward to going and finding your zine and checking it out. I don't know if we'll ever play it, but I would love to look at it. It's so funny to me that now I'm wanting to look at stuff like that after so many years of my husband being the one who is reading them all. Anyway, thank you. I really appreciate you putting up some free content too.
Thanks for that, Liren. Yeah, I enjoy putting the free content out. Many moons ago, I ran a War Games website, and I used to write rules, lots and lots of rules, and put them up on my website and send them around. So I've always enjoyed giving out free content. I've recently acquired the Affinity Publisher software, so I'm hoping that maybe with a bit of practice of that, I can make the stuff more professional than simply doing it in Google Docs. We'll have to wait and see.
Hey Pete, it's Dave. Congratulations on your 25th episode. I haven't been massively inspired about what I'm going to ask you yet. You may get another call later, but I just wanted to thank you for your very interesting Point Cruel episode, which, I found really inspiring, and perhaps I might think differently about dungeon mapping even. I've got a convention game coming up, for which I was going to do a relatively small standard map, but after listening to, I hadn't thought about point crawls for dungeons, but after listening to your podcast, I may well give that a go. I may well try that out for my next convention game, and I'll let you know how it goes. So thanks very much for that very interesting episode. Laters.
Thanks for the well wishes, Dave. Yeah, personally, I think point crawls would be ideal for convention games. For the GM, I think it's really going to make life easy, and hopefully it works. Do let me know how you get on with that. I'll be really interested to hear on that one.
Hey Pete, this is Jason. Sorry about the road noise. on a road trip, hurtling down the road at 120 kilometers an hour, 75 miles an hour for those of us who use the correct kind of measurement. Anyway, just want to let you know, I say that, I don't even know which you guys use for speed in England. Probably miles per hour, I don't know. Let me know. My question for you, real quickly, I'm listening to your back catalog. They're going to release a new version of Swords and Wizardry. They've announced, the Frog Guy Games have announced that they're going to scrap all the old versions and just condense it all into a new version. It's going to be a box with multiple booklets with more expansions coming down the road that I think they'll leave room in the box to fit in that box. So, with that in mind, what's your opinion of that? Talk to you later. Bye.
Hi, Jason. Yes, we do still use miles per hour over here in the UK, although it's a somewhat screwed up system. There's a mixture of kilograms, pounds, feet, inches, centimetres, metres, but miles per hour is still the only thing that has endured. Sword and Wizardry. Yeah, interesting announcement. I watched a video with Matt Finch from Frog Guy Games. Basically, he's saying that Swords and Wizardry Complete is staying as a hardback, and they're doing a box set of the Swords and Wizardry, but at this moment the game isn't going to be a new edition or a revision, so it would appear that they're doing a box set of the current rules. Now, whether they do a revision of the rules later, that waits to be seen, but I give that a big thumbs up anyway for this news. Before this call in from Colin, I better explain. Colin did an episode where he talked about whether we should have pre-generated characters or whether players should roll the characters up. I called in his show saying that I had a min-maxer who always rather suspiciously rolled very high for his stats on OSR games. So on one occasion, I got them all to roll up their stats and then got them to pass the character sheets to the person to their left.
Hey Pete, that little story there, passing the character sheets round, man, that is pure gold. I mean, I don't understand why anybody would want to play such a boring character. It's nice to get a couple of good rolls, but at the end of the day, it rarely seems to have that much impact on the game anyway. And the older I get, the more I sort of think crap characters can be just a whole bunch of fun. And, you know, you can have them really like epic moments where they go down in a blaze of glory. It's not something I've actually done, but I keep thinking, yeah, some epic death, that would be awesome. Some people, mate, you can't figure them out, can you?
Yeah, Colin, I agree with you. Playing a crap character is much more fun than playing a really well started out character. Some people, poof. So that's it for episode 25, a quarter of a century. Where do we go from here? Who knows? If you've got any requests or ideas of what I should cover in the show, then drop me a voicemail. I've already had one request from Jason asking if I could review Shadows of the Demon Lord, so yep, that is on the list. And I also want to talk about dice pool mechanics, so there's another one on the list. You have been listening to the Dragons Are Real podcast. My name is Pete Jones. You can follow me on my website at petejones.neocities.org or over my blog at dragonsarerealpodcast.tumblr.com. I'm also very active on the OSR Anchorites on Audio Dungeon Discord. The opening music is from Kevin MacLeod called Killers. The closing music, also by Kevin MacLeod, is Fretless.